So when something sucks, and unfortunately in life, things do suck. They're not a whole lot of fun. An injury, a knee injury, a back issue, not being able to participate in the sport you love, not being able to hike, not being able to do the active things that you love, not being able to pursue the things that you want to do, or just you're fighting with some physical thing like pain, and your brain is occupied with just what you feel like and makes that thing that you enjoy not as much fun. Well, that isn't fun, quite frankly. And what I would tell you is reframe it. Give you a quick example for myself. Okay, so I spent the last 16 months getting over, a couple surgeries around emergency retinal detachment, and unfortunately, tear got missed, and that led to a detachment, which led to some scarring and another surgery. And so I spent a fair amount of time face down, and a long time where really couldn't do anything, and that, I will tell you, that really sucked. But that time gave me a chance to give some thought to what was I maybe doing in my work, my life, that I could do differently. In my case, I had to get inflammation down a lot, and I gave thought to that and managed to get that accomplished. And so I had to give some thought to, okay, love my job, love my work, but what could I do differently that would make me recover, make me, and then what can I do about making that time useful? And for me, it was time to think on stuff, time to work on things that my body could handle. And then as things started slowly coming back, I now recognize some of those things as gifts. And the thing I would tell you to reframe, as an example of what I'm talking about, I now have 70/20 in my left eye. My right eye is 20/15. And so my vision is not near as clear. And so when I can't read the screens very well, kind of not very well at all. Finer print in books, I can't read in my left eye. And there's just this difference in clarity between the two. And when I go down hills on my bike, it's a little hard to see. It makes me a little more nervous. And, so I don't love the fact that I would love my eye to be perfect. But the doctor told me, and this is helpful. He said, what you had, he says, it's unfortunate. He says, but he says, some people have 2700 vision after what you had, and some people have 20/20, and you just never know. And so that helped me give some thought to it. And, then you go, oh, well, okay, I'm probably a whole lot better off than many people. And also just happy to be out on the bike, be back doing the things that I love to do. And if I spend all my time, the fact that it's not quite as clear, that left eye, well, then you stay upset. And the problem with that is that sort of primes your nervous system that there's still a problem. And it is truth, and research has proven it, that you're as healthy as you think you are. And so if you think there's a problem or focus on the things that are less than ideal, well, then your cortisol level goes up, your inflammatory mediators in the blood go up, your inflammation is worse, pain tends to be worse, and then we end up being fearful doing the very things like exercising, moving, doing things that move us forward that we have to do to get back. And it can set your nervous system off, and it's a snowball. And so you have to reframe it so that when you let go of the things that are less ideal and you start to recognize the things that you're thankful for and are positive, so that your nervous system calms down, you feel better about it, you feel optimistic, you feel confident that you're going to continue to make a difference, and then that's what snowballs and makes you healthier. And so that reframe is absolutely critical with not only physical things and injuries, but reframe is important with just that person who, cut you off in the car, that person who's maybe having a rough day and says something to you that's maybe not as kind, or just there's all kinds of instances during the day where a reframe and making a charitable assumption as to what's going on impacts you differently. And that's part of how you control the environment around you and keep your inner space in a positive place. And so give some thought to those statements. Think about what is it that you could benefit from reframing. Could you think about it differently? and then what will serve you over the long term and make you the most out of something that maybe would be less than ideal. You know, the small victory, the small win, the small blessing in something that might have been difficult. So anyway, I know that's easier said than done. And there's definitely moments where you're going to do that easier than others, and times when you're, oh yeah, absolutely, and you do it. And other times when you're tired or hungry or upset because of other things, it's harder to do. So give yourself some grace on that as well. So anyway, that's important stuff in terms of reframing, and put that into real life use. And everybody, thanks for listening, and keep on thriving. Hope you enjoy this glorious day. Bye, guys.